There's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dream.
Good morning, and welcome to yet another week of Talk with Joan. And yet again, your host is not Joan, but it is me, Evangelique Adams, and I'm very excited to be here yet another week. Thank you so much for the opportunity, yet again, to my mom for continuously allowing me the platform. And yeah, I'm excited for yet another one. And today specifically, we are going into the topic, which is in the National Month of Deafness. So we are going to be speaking about that. And if you know my story, you do know it's something very dear to my heart, as I do have a daughter, Scarlett, who is deaf. So we are praying for the best, people. We are praying for the best because Scarlett was so excited last night. She was so excited this morning. She came, had the whole, is it working, lights on, camera, action, and the girl said, I want to go home. So let's just hope for the best and let's do this. So today specifically with the Deafness Month, we are specifically going to be focusing on the cochlear implant. And the reason why I wanted to focus on the cochlear implant is because honestly, before I found out about Scarlett's situation, I never ever knew that there is such a thing as a cochlear implant. I must be honest, if I have seen it, I most probably thought it was a hearing aid, but I did not know this exists. So I thought that it is so important, especially in South Africa. There is cochlear implants here, but there's not a lot of awareness on it based on social media, YouTube videos, all those things. Whenever you research, it is always a overseas country. It's never South Africa. And I thought it's about time that South Africa also gets on board, because who knows, when you look for references, you jump onto YouTube. So this is just an opportunity for South Africans to have something to come back to and see what exactly is a cochlear implant, exactly what the process is with it. Today we will mostly be going through our personal challenges because I am not a doctor. I am not a specialist in any way. I am just speaking based on my experience and my family's experience, and we're going to take it from there. So, I don't know, should we try introduce our girl today? Scarlett, please, this is Scarlett Adams. And Scarlett Adams is now sitting with a cell phone, which I am struggling to get away. But, we have to choose our struggles as a parent. So my struggle today is we are not in the best of moods, right? And Dad was so nervous about this because he was like, the way I know my child, she's excited, but in front of the camera, the girl goes silent. Scarbe, please say hello to the camera. Oh my goodness. Okay, as we go along, we'll just see if she warms up. If she can warm up, we will jump into it and ask her questions. But I did ask her godmother, Auntie Lee, to jump in with us so that there's not too many dead moments. And she did ask this morning, can Auntie Lee come with? So we're hoping the presence of Auntie Lee.
I'm here now, Scarlett. We need to talk about the tooth fairy, because we need to make sure that the tooth fairy brings us money. Right, Scarlett? You don't want money. How much money do you want? Sure.
We've been bribing her with the tooth fairy. I'm not sure if she knows what bribing means yet, but if she does, game down. But we've been bribing her with the tooth fairy because she is so excited. She's been waiting
basically
her whole life for the tooth fairy. And her tooth is finally wiggling, guys.
Ooh.
It started wiggling last night.
Okay. And so how are we going to get how are we going to get the tooth fairy to come? Because Scarlett's tooth is not out yet.
It's not out yet.
So
no.
how do we make now?
I don't know. She knows how. What happens, Scarlett? How does
Must
the
you
tooth
wiggle?
fairy?
Must you wiggle?
What do you do to make the tooth fairy come?
The tooth must fall out.
And then
What do you do with the tooth?
I think you must throw it in the dustbin.
Yes.
No. Then what must you do?
How must you do this then? Must you give it to mommy?
Yes, she gives it to
Oh.
mommy, and then mommy must go fetch money and vegetables. And mommy says, "Yeah, I'm
Gives-
gonna
you
throw
must-
your tooth away."
Yeah, mommy must give her vegetables then.
Yes, I'm gonna give her vegetables.
Oh, you can give it to Auntie Lee. I will keep the tooth.
Okay. And
Must
then
I
the tooth-
keep it? So what must I do with the tooth? Mustn't you put it under a pillow? I don't know. What did Ava do with her tooth? What did Ava do when her tooth fell out? Did the tooth fairy give Ava money? Really? How much money did the tooth fairy give Ava, mommy? Do you
I
remember?
actually don't know. How much money did Ava get, Scar? 1.
Only
What's
2.
that?
6.
6. What did she get? 6 of what?
6 monies. Oh my gosh.
That
Can't
is
I
so
also
much.
get my tooth is not gonna fall out, Scarlett. How must
Of
I
old
make
age.
So what do I do when I want money from the tooth fairy? Must my tooth also fall out? No. Auntie Lee's tooth can't fall out.
Oh wait, Scar, can I see something quickly, please?
Let's see.
There's a message. Okay.
Who gave a message, Scar? So you're going to take your tooth and put it under the pillow. Okay, and then you sleep at night. Then when you wake up in the morning, is there going to be money?
Yes.
Come I see, wiggle your tooth, let's see. Ooh.
And there's 2 wiggling, eh?
2 at one time?
At one time. And both the new teeth
Oh.
is already growing at the back. They're already out.
So the big teeth are already coming out.
They're already out. So when that falls out, her teeth is going to be there already.
Wow. So you're going to get more money than Ava. Because you've got 2 wiggly teeth. Oh my gosh,
And
Scarlett.
you know what? The tooth fairy sent me a message now. And the
Yes?
tooth fairy said that it's the same tooth fairy from Gugu Gaga.
No way.
Yes. And the tooth fairy said that if Scarlett does the interview, he's going to come early.
Yes. Woo! That's cool, Scarlett. So how does this tooth fairy from what? Gugu Gaga?
Yes, Scarlett loves to watch Gugu Gaga, but only the tooth fairy episode.
Oh, and is it a big tooth fairy?
Is it a big tooth fairy?
No, small.
Is it a small one?
Okay.
How small? Like so small? So tiny. So you don't see the tooth fairy when the tooth fairy comes? Because it's too tiny. You won't be able to see it?
Yeah, she told me something interesting last night.
Yeah?
She told me that for the tooth fairy to come, we need to leave the window open.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
You so clever, Scarlett.
Scar, don't do that, baby. It's going to break. Okay.
So now we're going to talk about cochlears. Is
Yeah.
this a cochlear?
What's
No.
that on you? Wait, let's ask her first.
Yes.
She told me that she knows what's that on her ears.
What is that on your ears, Scarlett?
What's that? It's earrings.
Oh, like my earrings, Mommy?
Yeah.
Or yours?
I had other earrings on this morning and Scarlett told me it's not nice. I must change it.
Oh, okay. Was Mommy's earrings not nice?
She said it's daddy's earrings.
So, what is that on your ears? Is that earrings?
No.
No, Mommy.
What is it? Tell Auntie Lee. Auntie Lee doesn't know what's that.
I don't know that. What is it called?
Cochlear.
Cochlears.
Good job.
So, Mommy, what is cochlears? Tell us, because I don't know what's cochlears.
She
Scarlett
actually
knows.
She told me what's a cochlear. She told me that she has 2 cochlears.
Yes.
And Scarlett, what does your cochlears do? What does your cochlears do? Why do you wear cochlears?
So that you can hear.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that she can hear.
Wow, Scarlett, you've got some nice things on your ears. And so I know that Scarlett, I didn't know this, Mommy. Now the other day I saw Scarlett adjusting the volume on her phone.
Yeah, she has the app on her cell phone.
You have a cell phone? Oh, Scarlett.
So
And she's got the Cochlear app. Is it a Cochlear
Yes.
app?
It's called the. Actually, I'm not too sure what it's called. Let me check quickly. It's called the Nucleus app, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's on Scarlett's phone
She
also.
also has it, yes.
Okay, Scarlett, so do you have the Nucleus, the Cochlear app on your phone? And what do you do with the app?
To put softer and louder.
You put softer and louder.
Because sometimes it's too soft and then she can't hear you.
Okay.
And sometimes it's too loud and the sounds
Yeah.
make her angry.
Yes, yes. So you can adjust it yourself. You can move it up and down.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I also wanted to ask Scarlett some questions first. Just so that
Yes.
we can hear how good the cochlears are.
Okay.
So Scarlett goes to speech therapy a lot.
Yes.
And we're basically working on her speech.
Okay.
So her understanding, her cognitive skills are there.
Yes.
But sometimes you have to bring down your language so that she can understand.
Okay.
So we're going to ask her some questions just so that she can
Yes.
speak to us a little bit and, just let us know a
Yeah.
bit more about Scarlett.
Okay.
Okay. So Scarlett, what makes you happy?
Make you sad.
No, not sad. What makes you happy? What do you do to make you happy?
Make you eat vegetables.
When you eat
Oh,
vegetables.
nice. Oh, yes, that makes me happy.
Ooh, I don't like vegetables,
You don't like
so
vegetables,
much, but I
Mommy?
eat it just to be healthy.
Oh, but Scarlett, it makes Scarlett happy.
It makes Scarlett very happy.
Scarlett is healthy.
She's very healthy. She always asks if you say, "Must I order McDonald's?" and then she says, "Is that healthy?"
Oh, yes, I know. Scarlett eats healthy. And
Yes.
what's Scarlett's favorite vegetable?
Carrot, broccoli,
You've got 3.
Carrots, broccoli, and
mushroom.
mushrooms. I love
mushrooms.
I also like mushrooms a lot.
Oh, yum.
But Zaya doesn't like mushrooms at all.
Ugh, no.
And not carrot.
Saya doesn't like veggies, does he? No. He likes sweets.
Yeah. Scarlett, can you tell us how old you are? How old are you?
5.
Are you 5?
And it was Scarlett's birthday. When was your birthday?
When's your birthday?
21 August.
Yes,
21 August.
Yeah, so Scarlett turned 5
Yeah.
on the 21st of August.
Yes.
But her hearing age is only 3.
Okay.
So when she got her cochlears, Isaiah was born. So their
Yes.
hearing age is the same.
Same. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And who's your best friend?
Isaiah, your brother's your best friend? Do you guys play together a lot?
Says my get angry.
He gets angry?
Why?
Oh.
And he's making us angry
Every day. Why are you taking Zaya's
Oh,
files
man.
out? Are you
Oh.
snitching?
No,
I think you're snitching.
no.
No, she's not snitching.
She's not snitching. Okay. Scarlett, what do you want to be when you're big?
A doctor.
She wants to be a doctor.
Good job.
Another one? What do you want to be?
A hospital.
In a hospital?
So you
The
want to
doctor
work in the hospital.
Right. You want to be the doctor in a hospital? Or do you want to have your own hospital?
Own hospital.
Oh.
Wow. Yes, girl. Yes.
And what else?
Buy a truck.
You want to buy a fire truck?
Wow. 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 Wow.
Okay.
And what else?
What else? Is that all?
No.
There's more.
What's more?
Buy a truck, daughter, and an ambulance.
And the
And
ambulance.
wow.
Okay. So
She's
she wants the
basically-
full
Yes, she's
hospital experience sitting up there in your office.
yes, yes. And what else?
Okay, can you maybe then tell us what is your favorite song?
And I don't know.
You don't know.
What's that song that you always sing?
I think she's wearing the top right now.
Oh, is it from Frozen?
It's from Frozen, yes. Anna and Elsa sing it.
Yes.
What's it? Which one is it? I think it says, come here, come here. No, it doesn't say that.
I
is
don't
it?
know. Scarlett knows.
Do you know?
Yes.
What is it? I don't know.
Is it the one that goes, oh? Is it that one?
Yes.
Oh, I know.
But
that.
Auntie Lee, I think you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do you want to do it for Auntie Lee?
Because I don't know how it goes.
That is not like a first time and forever.
The first time in forever?
Oh, the first time in forever. Is it like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And
And let it go is like
let it go. Oh, so Elsa,
Elsa sings Let It Go. Okay.
Yes.
and Fiver's son is let it go and it's and it's not like let it go.
Do you want to sing it for us?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing it for us.
Oh, and I love that song. And I love it when Scarlett sings it. She sings it so nice.
She does. She sings
She's got
really
such
nice.
a nice voice.
She sings like Claire.
Is it?
She loves Claire.
Oh, on YouTube.
Yeah, Claire Ryan.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Does Claire sing a lot? Okay. And she's your favorite on YouTube?
It's
You waiting?
I forgot.
You forgot?
Oh.
Okay. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Who do you watch on YouTube?
YouTube kids YouTube.
YouTube Kids. Okay. Yeah, we had to delete YouTube because Madam was watching things that was too big for her age.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we just watch YouTube,
YouTube
Kids.
Kids.
But she got clever because you know what she does? She goes to Safari
Oh.
and she types in Adley. Because Adley's not on YouTube Kids. Adley's only on big people's YouTube, eh?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Not more.
Yeah, not the small
Yeah.
ones.
Only the big one when it's YouTube.
Yeah, only
Oh.
the big one for YouTube.
Yes.
And what's your favorite animal, Scarlett? Do you have a favorite animal?
Yes.
What's it?
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
She loves a giraffe.
Wow, they so tall.
Yeah.
Elephant.
An
Elephant.
We saw lots of elephants this
Yes.
weekend.
We did.
Mm?
Tiger.
Oh,
Tiger. She loves tigers. It's her teacher is having a baby, and she
Yes.
said she wants to buy the teacher a tiger outfit for the baby.
Oh, that's so cute.
Mm.
But aren't tigers dangerous?
No.
Oh, are they friendly?
Yes.
So they don't bite?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Scarlett, now we spoke about you a little bit, okay? And you told us your cochlears help you hear. But do you bath with your cochlears?
With one.
With only one?
Yes.
Oh, why only one?
Because we have we need to have one, number two, and it's made for
break and you need to headband.
Okay, because one is gonna fall and break, so she
Yes.
needs a headband to hold it on.
Okay. So is that only when you bath? Then you only put one on with the headband.
Yes.
Oh.
And when you swim,
Make you blue Cochlear so and it make you swim, you don't break again like above and it don't get when you do when you bath it like this one and then the blue one you can swim in the pool and then two is make swim in the pool and we don't break and then I can swim.
Oh, so you swim with the blue ones.
the blue ones. So
Yes.
there's the cochlears,
Yes.
and then there's something called the aqua kit.
Okay.
Right? So the aqua kit is a cover that goes over the cochlears, and the coil changes. Now the color of the coil is blue. So that's why she says she needs to wear her blue cochlears.
Yes.
Yes. And
So, Mommy,
that
what is a
protects it.
coil? Because we can't, on the cochlears, can you show us which part is the coil?
Scar, can you give me one of your cochlears so I can show Auntie Lee the coil? Okay, can I please have one? Give me your right side.
That's
Yeah, just one.
Let's see.
I just want to show Auntie Lee, please. Okay, give me one, please. So Scarlett doesn't like to only wear one cochlea.
Okay.
Because we noticed that when
Yes.
Scarlett has on one cochlea, she can't hear us.
Okay.
So she can hear, but she doesn't know where it's coming from.
Oh.
So if you call her, she will look in every direction
Yes.
because she doesn't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
But when she has both on and you call from the left-hand side, she turns immediately and looks to the left, right?
Okay. So which part is the coil, Mommy?
So this is Scarlett's cochlea.
Yes.
It connects to her head. So the actual implant is in Scarlett's head.
Oh.
So you can't see it because her hair is closing it. Yeah, there where she's showing you.
Oh, let's see, Scarlett, show us. Is it there?
Yes.
Oh, so it's inside of the head. Wow.
And then this piece is the actual coil, right?
Okay.
So this is the coil.
Oh, so it detaches
It
from the
detaches,
cochlea.
Yes.
Okay.
And then inside the coil, you have the magnet.
Oh.
So the magnet allows the coil
Yes.
to stay on her head.
Okay.
Okay? So this coil is basically like your cord device
Yes.
that takes it to this part. So this piece over here is the battery.
Oh.
So this battery, basically the cochlea is like a cell phone, right?
Yes.
You have to charge it every night.
Okay.
So if you don't charge it, it means no hearing.
Yes.
So it's you need to be very careful that you remember to charge the
Yes.
cochleas. Because,
Yes.
because it's not nice when you don't have cochleas, eh? She doesn't
Yes.
like it, she cries.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next piece, this is, her snug clip. I don't
Okay.
know what's exactly what the snug. But this is just something you detach. Not all cochleas have it.
Yes.
It's for a child so that it doesn't fall
Fall
off
off.
the ear.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this piece is the actual processor.
Oh.
So the processor is what actually takes the signals to her brain that connects to the cochlea.
Okay.
So this is just basically the cord
Yes.
that connects from the brain,
Yes.
from what the implant to the processor.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously for it to be on, you need the battery. And then you just clip the battery in. Before we clip the battery in, let's just put your snug fit back. So the snug fit also comes in different sizes depending on the age.
Okay.
And let's just put the
So was
magnet
it
back.
Scarlett's cochlea that was damaged?
Scarlett, was it your cochlea that was damaged? She's saying yes. She likes to tell us a story about Dr.
Oh.
Moll. She loves Dr.
Do
Moll.
you? So who's Dr. Moll?
Who's Dr. Moll?
Like,
I don't know. She likes Dr.
There's
Moll.
your cochlea
since
back.
Dr. Moll gave her some egg that you put in water,
yes.
and it grows and grows, and every day. And what came out of your egg? a flamingo, eh? There was a flamingo in her egg. So she thought that was really cool because the egg, it literally hatched.
No
and
way.
there was a flamingo inside.
Oh, so Dr. Mal gave her egg and inside of the egg was the flamingo.
Yes, but we didn't know until it hatched.
Okay.
Okay. So,
And
you want to say something? You're not sure? Okay, try to remember, okay? And then you're going to speak again, okay? Okay, you're putting it back on. And then see, just connect it like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Wow, Scarlett is so good at this.
Yes. So the reason why I asked Scarlett to speak today
Yes.
was because a lot of people think that this is not going to work, and I was one of the people, and Dad, because Scarlett's cochlear hearing is 3 years,
Oh.
but she only started speaking during lockdown.
Okay. Okay.
So for us, lockdown helped a lot.
Yes.
Because you know the 5-week lockdown?
Yes.
So she could speak and say what she wants, but not in full sentences with more than 5 words.
Yes.
So during lockdown, her speaking went like,
Sure.
Evana. That she even knows some Korean words.
No ways.
Because on YouTube she watches Riwa. How do you say Riwa? However you say Riwa. And Riwa is Korean.
Wow.
So all of a sudden she would just start speaking to us. When you give her something, she said, not perfectly, but she's like, Kamsamnya.
Okay. Wow,
Yeah.
Scarlett. So you can speak Korean as well now. Hmm? Girl.
She just knows that, and she knows hello. How do you say hello? She likes to say goodbye.
How do you say goodbye?
How do you say goodbye? Annyeong.
I don't know.
She's so shy.
Okay, it's okay.
So I just wanted people to get a feel
Yes.
of how well the cochlear works. So
Okay.
obviously she doesn't hear exactly the way someone who's never lost their hearing
Yes.
hears.
Yes.
But the fact that she can have a conversation and the fact that she can speak and communicate,
Hmm.
I just wanted to show everybody how well she's doing.
She is such a good big girl. A whole 5 years old, and she's living her best life.
Yeah, she was a bit sad on her birthday though, because
Aw.
she said she thought when she's 5 she can take her cochlears off.
Oh, okay.
So we're still praying because she has that faith that
Yes.
she doesn't need it anymore.
No, we have faith with her.
So we continue to have the faith, but for now we learn daily. Hey?
Yes.
And what do we do every week for you? Who do we go to? To Danny?
Yes.
Who's Danny?
Danny is not like teeth.
Oh, you're telling us what she looks like. She has teeth?
No.
What did you say?
She's
Oh,
a
she's
teacher.
Peach. No, she said she's Peach.
Oh, is she Peach? Is Danny Peach?
No.
What is she?
She like a teacher.
Danny is your speech therapist.
Oh,
Yes.
speech therapist.
Yeah, she's saying
And-
speech.
And you listen at the peach, and you listen then you talk to Ralph, and it's so softer.
Yes, I heard peach, so I thought it was peach. But it's not.
She's changed the subject already. She was telling you what she
Okay.
does in therapy.
Oh.
So Danny speaks,
Yes.
and then she goes softer
Oh.
so that she can hear, if Scarlett can hear what she's saying.
Okay. Oh.
But that's when we do the audiologist test.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning, we went quite a lot to the audiologist
Yes.
so that they can see this. Obviously, it's like a robotic sound.
Yes.
It's not her own cochlea. So she needs to tell the audiologist if she can hear and what she can hear.
Oh.
So they play like little sounds that's high pitch and low pitch, and then she has to play a game. If she hears it, she throws it into a basket, and that's how they know she can hear it, because she's still too small. She can't tell us.
Yes.
But she's getting a bit older and she can tell us. So if they say, hmm,
Yes.
and then she must say it. Are you going to try?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what we do. That's what she's trying to explain where she goes.
see.
And then sometimes then it goes soft and high, and
Yes.
that's how they adjust the cochlea
Okay.
to hear if she's actually hearing what everybody hears.
Oh.
So if you're older and you lose your hearing, it's much easier because you know what you're supposed to hear.
Yes.
So you can say, I can't hear r properly.
Yes.
You can say, I can't hear b, b, b.
Yes.
But Scarlett can't do that. So we have to test her
Okay.
and ask, can you hear b, b, b? And we
Yes.
figure that out by asking her to repeat it.
Okay.
If she repeats the opposite, so in the beginning, if you had to say b, 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 she
Yes.
goes,
Oh.
and then you know you need to adjust the b, b, b levels.
Okay. Okay.
basically.
So there's different levels for each sound.
Yes, they do everything for the different sounds.
And the favorite song when you hear when you're softer and louder.
Yes, when it's a favorite song, you can put softer and louder. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So sometimes it's a little bit difficult to hear what she's
Yes,
saying.
yes.
So we just try a few times, and if she doesn't understand, she will say, Mommy, please try again.
Okay.
And then you
Yes.
try again until she can hear.
And you want to try again, then you can hear.
Yes. So if you
Oh.
try again, then she can hear.
Okay.
That's what she's saying.
Yes.
Okay. So I thought, let me show you what her cochleas look like.
Okay.
Jay, is it possible for you to pass me the bags? You can pass both. I just want them to see. So because one bag comes per ear, basically.
It's one bag per ear.
One bag per ear.
Okay.
So this is the left ear, and that is the right ear.
Okay.
So I just wanted to show when you do get your cochleas.
Yes.
This is what you get. This is specifically with the brand Cochlear.
Okay.
So it's called a cochlear implant,
Yes.
but there's different brands.
brands. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I
So-
didn't know that.
Yeah, so we have the Cochlear brand.
Okay.
Okay. So I also thought, but I can't really connect here, so it's not opening my things. But okay, wait, I have something written down.
Okay.
So I thought I could, if you do notice, let me tell you my experience with Scarlett,
Yes.
and then I'm going to go through the steps, what to do from there to see if you can go for your cochlear implants, right?
Okay.
So what a lot of people don't understand is that there is a difference between a hearing aid
Mm-hmm.
and a cochlear.
Mm-hmm.
So many people think Scarlett's wearing a hearing aid.
Oh.
So a hearing aid is when you still have hearing, but it just heightens the sounds.
Okay.
So like, make more crisp,
Yes,
louder,
yes,
those
yes.
kind of things. But a cochlear is when you can't hear at all.
Okay.
So if you have total loss in your ears, in both ears, and then,
Both ears, it looks like your ear.
yeah, both ears do look like ears.
Yes.
So, with Scarlett, we first did. So what happened was one day we were at home. A lot of people know the story already. And one day we were at home, and Scarlett was dancing with mute. The TV was on mute, but she was dancing, right?
Okay.
And that was a bit alarming.
Yeah.
What are you dancing to?
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
And then
How old was she at this time?
she wasn't one yet.
Okay.
I just can't remember the exact aging now.
Yes.
But she wasn't 1 yet. So we noticed there's a few things she can't do a 1-year-old is supposed to do.
Yes.
So by the time she turned 1, she still couldn't walk either.
Oh.
She still like fell over and certain things like that. And then we later found out it was because of the balance
Yes.
with the no hearing.
Yes.
Right? So Scarlett was crying for me, "Mummy, mummy, mummy," one day. And I was in the bathroom, and like a mother, you leave the bathroom open. And she walked past. Every time I said, "Yeah, I am, yeah, I am, yeah, I am." And she kept walking.
Oh.
So I followed her, and she came to the end of the house, the front door. And she turned around, and when she saw me, she started laughing. And that made me realize that the whole time I was walking behind her, calling her, she never noticed or heard
Yes.
that I was behind her.
Yeah.
So that was what made it alarming. And I phoned Ashley and said, "Listen here, something is wrong." And he has a lot of people in his family that started speaking a bit later. So that was one of the things we were like, no man,
Yeah.
maybe she's just developing a bit slower. But then with the fact that she didn't answer to certain things made us worry a lot, right? So obviously the dad that I have, he's very, come,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Proactive.
We went for the test immediately. So that's the first step you do. If you realize it can be it could be positive feedback as well. So when you
Yes.
go for the test, don't think of the worst. It could just be like, yes, yes. Always stay positive, right? I go. So when you go for the test, don't always think it's going to be negative. It
Okay.
could just be a little fluid,
Yes.
all those kind of things that an antibiotic can help, right? But also be safe, because an antibiotic, if through research, can also allow you to lose your actual hearing.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So Scarlett had CMV, and it's like a flu.
Okay.
It's basically how corona is now,
Yes.
but not everybody gets it.
Yes.
To everybody else, you just
And over.
and over. But because of her age and to the extent that she had it, she lost her hearing, right?
Okay.
And we could never understand why the doctor always said, "We're so lucky. She only lost her hearing." And we were like, "What do you mean you only lost your hearing? We don't want to even lose hearing." But then through doing research, and we watched other babies that had CMV, they lost their sight. Some of them can't walk anymore.
man.
So in that terms, we are really lucky.
Yes.
So
yes.
not everything is always as bad as
Yeah.
it seems.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yes.
Okay, so the first step we did was we went for the hearing test
Okay.
at the ENT, right? So at the ENT, they put the thing in your ear. Sorry, Baba. And then it has like a frequency. It's like a...
Yes, yes, yes.
And it was so loud that myself and Ashley standing there could hear it, but she was just sitting.
Sure.
So she she literally just sat there. And then the doctor was like, "We need to go for further tests." So, yes.
What did the doctor then
What
say?
did the doctor say?
You need to check your ear and
The doctor didn't say that. That's a tooth fairy.
Oh, the doctor said you must put it under the pillow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Everybody's saying that now.
Yeah. So, what then happened was we went for, I can't remember the exact word now because I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. But
Let's see.
anyway,
While you talk,
it was
I'll
like
try
a
to-
brain test.
Yes.
Okay. So there was like a anesthetic that they gave, and it did put her to sleep. And then they connected things to her chest, her brain, and everything to see if there is any brain activity.
Okay.
So the brain activity was there, but not when there was actual sounds. So that is basically what they tested. So with the shock waves, basically, is the brain reacting to the shock wave.
I see.
So the brain was reacting to the shock wave, but not to sounds, which means that there wasn't something wrong
with the brain.
with the brain. So there's different tests you go through to see
I
if you
see.
can get the cochlears.
at the hospital.
At the hospital.
When you hear at the hospital, and then
were you crying? Yeah, you cried a lot. She cried so much that she doesn't even want to go to a hospital now.
Oh.
Don't you want to sit and talk in your mic?
Yes.
Okay, now there's your mic. Okay, we're warming up at least.
Yes.
Well, we warmed up.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's just very fidgety.
Yeah.
But we're there. Please understand, it is a kid. Okay, and then from there we did x-rays, a MRI, and a
Yes.
CT scan. So you do all these things because now they check for different things. Because remember, to get a cochlea, you still have to have fluid in your actual cochlea for the electronics to go
Oh,
through.
I
So it looks
see.
like a little snail, and they push the electronics through that little snail.
So not everybody
Not
qualify
everybody
for
qualifies,
it.
because it might be that you do the operation and then once it's open, it's useless. In terms
Sure.
of these.
So even that is a blessing.
So exactly. So all the tests we went through every test, after you go for the hearing test, they're like, okay, go for that test. And then when the brain waves worked, you're like, whew, made it through this round. Then they do the X-ray and the CT scan,
Yes.
and you're like, whew, made it through this round. And then MRI scan, whew, made it through this round. That's basically how it goes.
Yeah.
You keep trying to see what's wrong in the ear and if it's possible.
Yes.
So one thing we also found out is that if you had measles, it could have hardened the fluid in your cochlea,
Wow.
and then you can't get a cochlear implant. So that's one of the things that they basically look for. There must be fluid
Yes.
for the cochlear implant to go through, okay? Then step 2 is one of the biggest things, right? The finances.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you went through all those steps to pass, okay, she's
Yes.
liable for a cochlear implant,
Yes.
the money, like literally the money. One cochlea, is from like $30,000.
30,000.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, $30,000,
Yes.
ranging to 50,000, depending on what. How do you say, like, like with a cell phone, you get a iPhone 5, you get an iPhone 6, an iPhone 7.
The version basically. There's
Basically,
different versions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So depending on which one you get.
Yes.
And obviously, the more they update the system with the different cochleas, the better the hearing is as it goes.
Yeah.
So obviously, you want the best of the best.
Yes.
Where you want your child to hear properly. You
Yeah.
want them to be able to speak properly and all
Yes.
those things.
Yes.
So you need the money, right?
Definitely.
So if you have medical aid, good for you.
Yes.
I am really not for Discovery. I think Discovery is very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But Discovery is one of the only medical aids
That
that cover
cover.
most
Sure.
of it.
Oh, so
Like
not
I
even
think
the
it's
full
up
amount.
to 70%.
Yo.
But it's still more than what other medical aids cover. Some medical aids don't cover at all.
That's a lot of money, Scarlett.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of money.
One money beater.
Hey?
Scarlett wants money.
Yeah, she always wants money. This
Scarlett, do you love money?
Day.
Every day.
girl. Every day she wants money.
Okay.
So that's one of the things. So you need to see if your medical aid covers it. If they cover it, all fair and well, and that's good. Just see how much you need, or whether it's cash.
Are you sick with your cochlear?
Do you get sick with your cochlears?
Yes.
How do you get sick with your cochlears?
In the water when it's broken.
Oh, so when it breaks and then you're going to be sick
Oh.
because you can't hear.
Yeah.
I told.
I know you told me, but I didn't understand, so I'm just saying it again. So there is also other options. So we did have cash.
Yes.
We didn't have cash. I mean, as in we did it with cash.
Okay.
And thanks to the people we had surrounding us, it was possible with, what's the thingy called?
GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe as well.
Yes.
But there is also other things as well that can help you through it. I felt, remember one of the guests that I had here with the moms with special needs
Yes,
kids.
yes.
Her child got a Cochlear through one of those organizations
Wow.
where you write in and speak about
Yes,
your child and
yes.
whatnot. And they have something at Bara as well,
Okay.
where if you don't have the funds,
Yes.
that you can apply. The only thing is your child has to be under a certain age. So it's always good to find out as soon as possible.
Yeah, don't leave it.
Don't leave it.
Yes.
If you need the free cochlear implant.
And it's like with Scarlett, you realize that time is really of the essence,
It is.
because as soon as you can get your child to start speaking is what's important.
It is what's important, because do you know that there's a certain age that if they don't learn to speak after that age, they're always going to somehow be behind in a certain way. So they do develop,
Yes.
but not with their age group.
Okay.
So with her, we were very lucky. We do tests
Yes.
every 6 months
Okay.
to see how far ahead she is and if she is at the age she's supposed to be. So her cognitive skills is really good. She's even above her age with her cognitive skills.
Yes.
It's just her speech is still 6 months behind. So we're now busy with aggressive speech therapy.
Okay.
So aggressive speech therapy is where we're going full force in speech in our therapy sessions. And the thing about that is if a child rejects it, it pushes them back like, I don't want to do this. So that's what makes it a bit difficult, because you have to take it step by step by
Yes,
step by step,
yes.
just to make sure that they don't look at it negatively
Yeah.
and not want to speak.
Oof.
Yeah.
So there's the emotional, psychological, all these factors that play a part. It's not just about
It's not just about
hearing.
don't speak.
Yes.
We're going to speech therapy.
Yes.
In the beginning, we did speech therapy 3 times a week, and then it moved to 2, and we're now at 1.
Okay.
Okay. Just now when I was telling you about the difference between a hearing aid and a cochlear implant. So in order for them also to be approved, the kids first have to wear a hearing aid to see if they are reacting. Because remember, for you to get a cochlear implant,
Yes.
there must be no
Sound
whatsoever.
Yes.
And so I just thought I brought her molds.
Okay.
This was her molds from her hearing aids. And then here's the actual part that was connected
Yes.
to the hearing aids.
Yes.
And unfortunately, actually not even unfortunately, because we even hear so much better, I wouldn't have wanted it to be with
Yes. Hearing.
hearing aids. Yeah. So that didn't even last a week because there was no response at all.
Yeah.
So we quickly moved on. I mean, from our test to the operation was within a month.
Yeah.
So that's how fast we moved with Scarby. Okay. Then step 3 would obviously be choose a device. But obviously with all of this, you have somebody helping you out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You then choose a device, what works for your budget, all those kind of things. And then step 4 would be the actual surgery, where they do go under general anesthesia.
Okay. Okay.
Because they actually slit you. If you come close to Scarlett, you'll see she has scars
Yes.
at the back of her head on both sides.
Yeah.
Because they actually cut it open and they literally, we have the video, and they fold over the whole skin.
Yes.
They then drill into the skull a little bit so that they can smoothen where the magnet is on the inside as well.
Yes.
So that it's not a big bump on your head.
So do they shave it? They shave
It's
the
shaved.
bone, basically, of the skull?
Yes.
Okay.
To fit it in there.
Okay.
But because she's still so young,
Yes.
the skull is not thick enough. So with her, you'll feel it's not flush.
Yes.
There's still
A bump.
Yeah, because you can't drill far enough.
Yes.
And then there's actually the part where they put the implant into your cochlear.
So as she grows, will that become more, or must she go to, if she does want
So-
it flushed?
I don't think who wants to open their head again?
Exactly.
So I think she'll just stick with it.
Yes.
But what was interesting that we found out is that your cochlea is the same size. Because we also asked, so do they have to change the cochlea as she ages?
Yo.
Did you know that your cochlea is the same size at birth than when you
An adult.
adult?
Wow.
So
So it
you
never
never-
changes, it never grows.
It never grows.
That is so amazing.
So it's going to be the same. Scarby, you're making so much noise.
No, I didn't.
So nothing on the inside changes.
Yeah.
But when we want to up
Yeah.
What did we say? She's on the nucleus 7 at the moment, and the nucleus
So if you want
8,
to upgrade.
yeah, and the nucleus 8 is being launched soon.
Okay.
So when you want to upgrade, you only upgrade the outside. So that's what's really nice, the way they
Yeah,
developed it, that you
yeah.
don't have to change the inside of the cochlea. Yeah. And then the risk is really low, and there is actually an audiologist in the surgery room, where the audiologist literally tests, the way I explained just now, with the signals that they send in, the different frequencies. The audiologist actually tests that every time in the actual surgery. And that's how they go through it. So they first did, with Scarlett, she had a dual implant. So they did the one side first, and once that side was successful, they did the other side. Her operation was just under, if I'm not mistaken, 6 hours. Yeah. Oi, 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 baby. And yeah, and then it's generally back to normal just after a few days in terms of their balance, because they're really dizzy right after that. They can't sit up straight properly. With Scarlett, it took a bit longer. She couldn't walk, and she couldn't sit on her own either. So that took a bit longer. And then step 5 would be the activation and the actual fitting of the cochlea. So when you have the operation, which is your step 4, they bandage your head, and you keep that bandage on for 3 to 5 weeks on the head until the scar heals and your actual implant stays in place. So that takes up to 3 to 4 weeks, 5 weeks, depending on the healing and if the cochlear implant is staying in place, because that's something they check constantly, and then they take the stitches out as well.
Okay.
So that's your healing period, basically, after the whole operation. Then the activation is, remember, Lee, you were at the actual switch on.
Yes.
Where the audiologist switches on the cochleas and the ear for the first time. And I have it on Instagram, and it was quite a sight.
Yes.
It was really very nice. The way she started laughing.
Reacting.
She was like,
Yeah.
and just started laughing. If I show her the video now, she doesn't really understand. She
Yes.
asks what she's doing.
Yeah.
Because she was so young. She was
Yes.
18 months
Yes.
old. Yeah. Okay. And then step 6 is basically your ongoing therapy.
Okay.
So a lot of people think that after you get your cochlear implants, you
Yes.
get it and you can hear.
Yes. Yes.
That's not the case. You literally have to go for speech therapy. You go to the audiologist constantly, and you basically teach the child to speak. As where a newborn, you hear everything around you, and you slowly start speaking on
Yes.
your own.
Yes.
And then it's just whether or not the parent pushes you to speak better, do better, those kind of things. But with a cochlear implant, if you weren't lucky enough to get it before the age of 1 or 9 months, the other guest we were supposed to have today, she got her cochlear implants at 9 months. So they didn't have to, they did go to therapy and
Yes.
everything, but the child gradually learned, because that is the age you start speaking
Yes.
anyway.
Yes.
And then, so that's the speech therapy. The one thing I also want to bring up is High Hopes. So High Hopes teaches sign language for free.
Okay.
So you don't charge.
Oh.
High Hopes doesn't charge.
Is this
so-
only for kids, or is it for all age groups?
I'm actually not sure. If I'm not mistaken, it's kids. You have to be under a certain age.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be under a certain age for it.
Yes.
And then we haven't done Scobby. We haven't done sign with Scarlett as yet.
Okay.
So we were going to start sign language with her from the beginning.
Yes.
But then the therapist said something and said her personality is so strong that if she learns to sign, some kids focus on the sign and then they don't learn the speech,
Yes.
because now they know how to communicate through sign and never
Okay.
end up actually going to the speech side of things.
Yes.
So they don't develop
They
with their
become so
age, they
dependent
become
on just
on signing. And they said because sign is so easy, they just stick to that. And
Yeah.
speech is effort. And it
Yes.
comes with your emotions. You're getting angry. You can't communicate. You don't understand all those kind of things. So, that's basically the steps that I would advise anybody to follow.
Okay.
If you do think there's something wrong with your kid, not something wrong. It doesn't sound that bad. But once you're in the situation, you speak the way you speak
Yeah.
because you realize that is how it is.
And there's no stigma, negative stigma
There
around
isn't,
it.
yeah. So there is some touchy things. Sometimes people make funny jokes about deaf people, and you're like, okay, that's a bit inappropriate.
Yes.
But obviously, before the situation, you were one of those people.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now you only realize how it can actually hurt someone's feelings. Because I'm the
Yes.
parent, but if
Yes.
I hear somebody making a deaf joke,
Yeah.
I'm like, and then people tell me, your child's not deaf. Then I'm like, my child's wearing cochlears.
Yeah.
Without them, she lip reads.
Yes, yes.
So that is one of the things also. So, yeah.
So we're speaking, it's National Month of Deaf People, and obviously the reason why we have these kinds of conversations and the reason why there's a need for National Month of Deaf People is exactly for what you said when you ended this off now,
Yeah.
where you were saying that you want to break the negative stigma around being deaf, but you also want people to be more... the reason why we do these kinds of awareness drives is because we want people to be more cognitive and more
Yes.
cognizant of deaf people, people with disabilities in
Exactly.
general. That's the
Yes.
reason why we have disability
And
awareness.
you know, it's so funny that you say we want people to be aware.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we're in a time now, right, where we have to wear a mask.
Yes.
And so many times people don't understand. Because in the shop, I'll do this.
Yes.
And I speak to Scarlett. Because she
Yes.
relies on my lips.
Yes.
Without reading my lips, she takes longer to hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
And people don't realize, and then you get the security or somebody telling you, put on your mask, put on your mask. I think as much as there is a virus,
Yes.
we need to also think about people that is struggling.
Yes.
Because the one day, actually, in Mall of Africa, there was a lady, and her card wouldn't work, her ticket, a parking ticket wouldn't work. And I said, press help.
Yes.
She kept pressing help, 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 and the people was like, hello, hello, hello. And they basically ignored her after that because she wasn't responding.
Oh.
Then I did this on her shoulder
Yes.
with the child.
Yes.
I know. So I thought maybe.
Exactly.
And then I still had my mask on.
Yeah.
And I said, they speaking. Then she did this. She said, I can't hear.
Okay.
And then I did it for her. And then that made me think, the society we live in today,
Yes.
it's so I don't care about your situation.
Exactly.
I mean, the lady's pressing help, 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 help.
Yeah.
Would you not come out to see why is this person
Exactly.
pressing
There's a
help?
reason why she's pressing and not speaking.
Exactly. So I gave her my ticket.
Yes.
I paid for my ticket and I gave it to her and I said, leave with my ticket.
Yes.
And then I stayed behind and tried to figure out what's wrong with her ticket, why her ticket's not working.
Yes.
But I think that is why awareness
Definitely.
is so important
Yes.
because we, in a day and age, even with blind people,
Yeah.
with people in a wheelchair, with all those things, there's so many things we don't think for the next person.
Exactly.
And that is why my heart is so strong. Obviously, my child is in the situation as well.
Yes.
But that's when you become aware and you
Exactly.
start an awareness.
Exactly.
So that's basically the main aim.
And the thing is, like, this whole thing, like, we focusing on cochlear awareness because a lot of, like you were saying, especially in the South African setting, a lot of people don't know about cochlears. And there's a lot of information out there, but it's mostly from, like, an international perspective.
Yes.
And obviously our culture and although some of the experiences might be the same, but our culture and our experience is different. Like a
is.
simple, not necessarily in the way that the hard of hearing or deaf people hear or the way that they develop speech, but in the social setting,
In the
that
social
is,
setting.
I
You
think
know,
that's
we-
why there's
Really,
awareness.
Especially, sorry to say, especially with the black, meaning colored, Indian, all those
Yes.
things, it's seen as a don't do it
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's a white man's thing.
Yes.
And that's also something I really want to break because with Scarlett, there were many days I had off days
Yes.
where you had people telling you we didn't pray hard enough.
Yeah.
And if we didn't go for the cochlears, maybe a miracle would have come.
Yeah, well, you didn't have enough faith, and that's why there wasn't a miracle.
That's why there wasn't a miracle. So I think with white people, they do believe in God, but they also know that God created people
Yes.
to create things to make life easy. The
Exactly.
same way you live in your house,
Yes.
God gave someone that brain to be an architect
Exactly.
and all those kind of things. So that is something really important in
Yes.
society we live with today. I also want to break the stigma of it's a white man's
Yes.
thing.
And
Yeah.
also, it's just like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
And also within our cultures, and like you were saying, within the black culture, which we will include brown people, Indian people, and people of color, basically, is that we should stop making it a matter of, oh, did you sin, or it's the ancestors, or
Yeah.
we need to break the stigma around this. This is a normal thing. It was because of a virus. And the reason why people don't know these things is because they're stuck in ignorance. They don't
Yeah.
want to break out of the mold of, it's not because you did something wrong, it's not because of your ancestors, it's not something cultural, it's because of a
Exactly.
virus. These things happen. Identify it earlier so that you can remedy the
Yes.
situation. So it doesn't get to a
And
point
the
like you were saying.
finances sound hectic, but with help and if we all understand each
Yes.
other properly, we can help.
Yes.
Because it's not every single person that needs something. It's one in a few. Because there was one lady we tried to help once, and we like, let's go, because at Para we can write it in and everything.
Yes.
And she's like, he's been doing well without it. Why would I want him to struggle now and get used to hearing? So it's like come on guys, let's wake up and smell the beautiful coffee. Let them hear the chirping of the birds.
Yes.
Let them dance to their favorite songs.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say? Let's
Yeah.
do that for each other.
Yes.
But
So we've come to the end of the
Yes,
show.
we've
Scarlett,
come
do
to
you
the
want to
end.
say anything?
do you want to say goodbye?
We're going now.
We're going.
Do you want to say bye to everybody? Say bye to all your viewers. This is your
And
YouTube
say
channel.
Thank you for watching. Tell them thank you for watching. And she's so shy. But every single video on my phone is, "Hi, I'm Scarlett Adams and welcome to,
To my YouTube channel."
And then she says, "Please don't forget to subscribe."
Yes.
Tell them.
Please
they
tell
need
them to subscribe.
Bye.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yay! Thank you so much, Scarlett. You did so well today.
Yes, I'm so proud of you.
So we need to write a letter to the Tooth Fairy now, eh? After
Yeah.
this, we're
I'm
going to
gonna
write a
send
letter.
a message.
You're
to
going to
the
send a
fairy.
message.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna send a message.
It's technology now. The
Yes,
Tooth
she
Fairies
sends a
work with
message.
technology.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us today. I know it was a bit difficult in the beginning to warm Scarlett up, but eventually she came around. I know this was something really different, but let's allow our kids to shine as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you learned something new. And if you want to go do further research, why not? We'll put some information in the description box if you need any information from High Hopes or a ENT that we used or anything like that. But thank you so much for joining today. Much love, peace, and happiness. Bye.
In the shadows, as I look upon my life, in the shadows, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, in the shadows, there's a passion inside.